Hey YouTube. Oh, I'm feeling so nasty today. So I apologize for the appearance. It's all good. Yeah, I didn't really feel like doing much. I've been kind of sick lately, so I didn't really want to get up and fix my hair and all that. Yeah, believe it or not, my hair is not fixed. It's like been slept on and everything. But anyways, it's all good. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I couldn't really think of anything to come up with for this video except for maybe to go over a few things that I did in the video that I couldn't put on YouTube because it was 30 minutes long. But yeah, so this is going to be a video about questions that I've been asked in the past. There's actually quite a bit of questions, so it's probably going to take up the whole video. So I'm warning you now. If you don't want to hear the questions or my answers to them, then you might as well click off this right now. No, anyways, a lot of the questions that I've been asked have actually been pretty intriguing. Whenever I went to speak at the college, I actually had somebody in the class ask me if I thought that being diagnosed with GID as a transgender person was a good thing or a bad thing. As far as, if you don't know what GID is, it's gender identity disorder, and basically in order to start hormones and be able to go through with your transition and everything, you have to be diagnosed with it from your gender therapist. So yeah, this guy had asked me if I thought that being diagnosed with GID and it being a psychologically diagnosed disorder was a good thing or if it was a bad thing, and I said, you know what, honestly I think it's a good thing, because if it wasn't a psychological disorder, then I think a lot of people would say it was a choice, or they would say it's a learned thing, and it's definitely not a learned thing. I definitely did not learn to be this way. My parents are the most conservative people ever. I highly doubt they would teach me to be like this. Also, I don't really think that it's a choice. I mean, who in their right mind would choose to live a life like this? It just doesn't make sense. I know I wouldn't, and yeah, coming from somebody that is in that position, that's kind of weird to hear, but, you know, being transgender isn't like this big amazing thing. It's something that it's hard, you know? You have to go through life doing different things than other people. You have to go through life worrying about how you're going to be treated because you are this way. It's like being gay, but twice as bad. And I can honestly say that because I've been in that sort of lifestyle, so I know how it feels to be treated like that, and it's definitely twice as bad. You have to do a lot of stuff in order to cover your back and be able to be okay and not have to worry about being bashed or anything. So it's definitely not something that's fun, and I really don't think anybody would choose to be this way. So yeah, in answer to that question, I definitely think that it's a good thing that it's a psychologically diagnosed disorder. I think it's for the best, honestly. Another question that I've gotten a lot is, some people that don't really know what the difference is, have asked me what the difference is between a butch lesbian and then somebody that is transgender, like a female to male transgender. And basically the difference is, somebody that's a butch lesbian just kind of identifies with the male role. They like to wear guys' clothes a lot. They will usually take up the male role in the relationship. They'll be like the guardian of the family and all that, and the provider. And somebody that is a transgender female to male, they basically have always felt like they weren't very comfortable in their own body, and that they've never really been who they truly are. They've never really felt like they were right in like the body that they're in, and they've always felt different from everybody else. So that's pretty much what the difference is. Somebody that's a butch lesbian rarely ever wants to actually be a male. They might like being called a boy, but like B-O-I instead of B-O-Y. So yeah, there's quite a bit of difference. Butch lesbians don't want to be a guy. Female to males do. let's see, what age did I start feeling uncomfortable in my own body? Honestly, I pretty much always have, even when I was younger. I never really felt like a guy. That sounds weird. I never really felt like the guy that I was supposed to be. I always felt like I was trapped in my own body, and that's how a lot of transgender people feel, from what I've heard and understood. So that's completely normal. Um, let's see. Oh, I got a comment on my last video, asking where I got my binder from. I got it from underworks.com, and it's the style number 997. It's the ultimate chest binder tank, and it's a double front compression shirt. You can get it in white or black. It comes from sizes from extra small to like extra large, and I mean it's a pretty good binder. It does what I need it to do. I don't really have a very big chest to begin with, so it doesn't really need to do too much on me. If you have a bigger chest, I've heard there's like, sorry, I'm looking at the website right now to tell you which one it is. I've heard that the Extreme Chest Concealer is pretty good. Those are the two that I've heard the most about, or the one that I have, which is the Ultimate Chest Binder, and then the Extreme Chest Concealer. I've heard that both of those are pretty good. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really have the time to talk to a lot of transgender people lately. Like on my site that I always go to, Laura's Playground, I haven't been there in a while, so like I could ask them, I guess. If you really want me to, just comment and I'll ask and see what the guys with bigger chests, what they use and what they like the best. But yeah, anyways, that's that one. As far as I've also been asked, as far as relationship wise goes, if I just come out to the girl that I'm interested in automatically, like if I tell them, hey look, I'm in a female body, but I'm transgender and I like to be treated like a guy, I am a guy, I'm going through therapy and all that, or if I just wait until it progresses and see where it goes and then tell them then. Honestly, I haven't had to do either. The two people I've been with since I've come out as transgender and since I've realized I've been transgender, the first one I was with, she already knew how I felt about my body, and she's actually the one that made me look into it. So she kind of already knew that I was transgender before I even did, and so I never really had to come out to her. And so like after I came out as transgender, she was very supportive of it and everything. And then the second one that I was with, she already knew that I was transgender also, and both of them were lesbians, by the way. And the second one, she's been really supportive about it and everything, and she's been having to get used to it and having to get used to the difference and her sexual identity changing, kind of, because I mean if you're a lesbian and you're dating a guy, like I mean I know like I am a guy, but as the world sees it, I'm not a biological male, which is cool, it's fine, I understand that, but you know what I mean. So like as a lesbian and dating a guy, you can't really be a lesbian because lesbians only date girls. So she's having to get used to that, and it's been interesting. But she's doing really well. I'm proud of her. So yeah, I haven't really had to do that yet, which I'm kind of glad. It's just kind of been like a known thing already. So I've never really had to explain myself to anybody, which is good. The only people I've really had to explain myself to are like coworkers or people that I might run across like that. But everybody at work has been really supportive, and it's been great. It's been really good, actually. Yeah, I seriously can't wait, because everybody has just been amazing at work, and I have been quite surprised, because for those of you that don't know, I am living in a small city. I mean, it's not like too small, but it's pretty small. It's only like 200 something thousand, so it's not like too big. It's definitely nothing like Austin or anything like that.